The moment a betrayal is revealed, the ground falls away. This is Sarah, and she is experiencing what so many women face in the aftermath, standing paralyzed while her environment spins out of control. As the initial shock fades, an impossible question surfaces. How do you maintain hope for the relationship without becoming completely naive? It is tempting to default to blind hope, to sweep the problems under the rug, minimize chronic, painful behaviors, and offer endless excuses for a partner's choices. This approach effectively outsources your recovery. By tying your emotional well-being to your partner's willingness to fix the damage, your own healing remains on hold indefinitely. Waiting sounds like, I can't move forward until he changes. True hope adopts an active stance. I can continue growing while God works on everyone involved. Real faith acknowledges the painful reality rather than ignoring it, ensuring your well-being is never the price paid to save the relationship. This active, truth-based approach is called Pioneer Woman Mode. It is the conscious choice to move forward with courage while staying firmly anchored in facts. The historical women who crossed the plains didn't imagine the mountains were flat or the winters were warm. They bravely acknowledged the harsh, unforgiving landscape before them, and a betrayed partner today must do the exact same. To navigate that landscape, focus on data over declarations. Promises inspire hope, but only consistent behavioral patterns over time can rebuild trust. An apology is merely a starting point, but genuine accountability requires absolute transparency, humility, and changes in how a person actually acts when no one is watching. This diagram illustrates two relationship trajectories. The repeating loop represents empty apologies. The upward trending line tracks the difficult progress of actual behavioral change. If accountability exists, the relationship can repair. If absent, your energy must pivot inward towards solitary recovery. Tracking hard data instead of spoken declarations protects you from enabling destructive behavior and further trauma. Before asking if the marriage can heal, you have to answer a prerequisite question. Are you emotionally safe enough to heal? Any real growth requires a specific environment. You need to build a greenhouse, a space intentionally designed to protect your stability during recovery. Certain behaviors act as toxins. Gaslighting, secrecy, and blame shifting make meaningful growth impossible. You replace those toxins by constructing a space defined by firm boundaries. Expanding that structure requires clear limits, trusted mentors, and trauma-informed professionals. Choosing safety functions as a necessary act of stewardship, protecting the energy required for the long walk ahead. Like the pioneers before you, this walk is done in partnership with God, who faithfully provides the internal resilience needed to hold those boundaries firm when the intense pressure returns. You will never control your partner's agency, but you retain absolute authority over the environment you cultivate. Look at Sarah now. The future of her relationship might still be uncertain, but the chaos of her environment no longer paralyzes her. The most common question in recovery is, will my marriage make it? But evaluating your feeling based solely on the survival of the relationship uses an unstable metric. In this new paradigm, healing becomes independent of another person's choices. Whether the relationship repairs or dissolves, the ultimate evidence of success is your own spiritual and emotional transformation. When you stop outsourcing for identity, you gain real traction. You develop sharp discernment, unshakable courage, and a deep reconnection with your own divine worth. This kind of transformation is forged through consistent daily practices of setting boundaries and stepping forward in faith. Genuine hope acknowledges the rubble and still finds the capacity to build something new, trusting that divine power exceeds the limits of human circumstance.